Here we are to make the vegetable garden. The material you need is a box that I recovered from the market, cardboard, which is also recovered from the market, pieces of wood that I recovered in nature. Expanded clay would be needed, but I don't have it, and so I will use crumpled papers. Dry leaves I also recovered in the nature. Some soil that I have collected from nature. Universal soil that I bought. Compost from my kitchen waste. Seeding if you want to use already grown seedlings. Or you can sow your seeds, so with seeds bought or recovered from the food you eat, or you can use garlic. You can also give a second chance of life, for example, to the salad you bought to eat them, by leaving them a few days in the water and then putting them into the ground where they will reproduce. And the same can be done with leek. You leave it in the water for a few days for the root to soften, and then you can put it in the ground, and even if you cut it, it will grow back. I cut out the cardboard to cover the side and the bottom of the box. And now we can do the first layer that serves to prevent water from settling on the soil. We use the woods that should be mixed with the expanded clay, but I don't have it, and I will replace it with the crumpled newspaper. The idea is to use the material you have available. Above the first layer, I will put a dry layer composed of the dry leaves mixed with the soil. The soil I recovered and the other one that I bought. To this dry layer, I will add the wet layer that is composed by my kitchen waste. It would be better if they were much more decomposed, but since it's the third box I do, that's what I have. However, the part below is more decomposed. You should cut everything into small pieces to decompose faster, and I will use the lower part, which is more decomposed. Some parts are too big, but there is already some fermentation going on. And I will mix the leaves with the soil I bought and the one I recovered. I also add some dry leaves because my kitchen waste are too moist. If the box was higher, I could go on alternating dry and wet layers, but for the higher of my box, I now have to make the last layer made only of soil. I use a lot of universal soil because the soil I found is quite poor and therefore does not have the necessary nutrients for the plant. It's done. Now the box is ready to put seedlings, seeds, garlic cloves, for example. It would be better to put garlic in another period, but I saw that it want to grow and therefore I put it. I put the garlic in the edges because it serves to keep the pests away. I sow it with the head up and then I cover it. I put only 2 garlics because I have a lot of salad waiting to be transplanted. With the help of a stick, I extract the salad from their place. I make a little hole and I plant it. If the root grow twisted, I spread them out so they don't go on growing twisted. I hadn't stretched this out before, so I do it now. I plant 4 of them, even though maybe it would be better to use only 3 of them in a triangle shape. But since I have a lot of them, I wouldn't want to make them suffer too much waiting to be transplanted. I also have onion that I plant on the edge. And I have some parsley. It's done. I leave some space because I expect salads to grow. Now the last layer is a layer of dry leaves with which I will cover the earth where there are no seedlings. These dry leaves serve to protect the soil from the sun so that it does not dry out, to maintain humidity, preventing the water from evaporation. They prevent the growth of weeds that we don't want. In winter, they protect from the cold. And when they decompose, they give a nourishment to the soil. In permaculture, this is called mulch. However, I keep some spaces around the plant because I don't want to smother them with leaves. And now I just have to wet the soil. I will initially wet a lot, also to compact the soil. That's done. My small vegetable garden is ready, and now I just have to wet it when necessary, which probably won't be every day because I have mulch that should keep moisture. And then I can watch it grow. Mulch imitates nature. In fact, nature tends not to leave the ground bare, but it always covers it with leaves, with wood, grass. And imitating nature is one of the best techniques to do because nature have experimented for millions of years to arrive at the best methodologies for this ecosystem to survive.